Okay, so yeah, welcome. So today's reading is just an energy update, perhaps for the month of January, February. Yeah, so basically, this is the energy regarding this month, or perhaps past few months. So you have the Five of Swords clarified by the Seven of Swords and the Devil. Okay, and these are the other cards that I pulled out. Okay, so let's get started. So once again, this is just for entertainment purposes. It's only storytelling. Yeah, the other thing is I haven't been coming up with readings for the past few weeks because the thing is, a lot of things have been happening, and to give a reading, I want my mind to be clear. Okay, so I'm able to do that today. Okay, so let's get started. Okay, so first of all, we have the Five of Swords. So this is the situation that we are in now. And Five of Swords, as you can see here, you have these two people, and two of them look very distraught. And then you have this person on the left. She's holding up the swords, so she looks pretty satisfied, and whereas those two are really, really distraught. So basically, I want to ask, who is she from? Okay, so who is she from? And then the Seven of Swords came out. So the thing is, this is the same person here, so you can see her cape. Okay, it's this cape. Okay, so in order to come up with the swords, she had to go underground. To me, Seven of Swords, when I see this, I get the feeling of she going underground. Now she is underground now, and she is going around and she's collecting these swords. So to me, what happened is that she is going kind of like infiltrating some area, and it is underground. And she is collecting these swords. Okay, so now going back here is that what I am getting is that there are arrests being made, and that there are going to be punishments meted out. So here you have these two people, and apparently the punishment will be meted out to them. Okay, so that is why they look very, very distraught. Okay, so now I want to ask, who are these people coming from? Okay, so basically what happened is, way back when these two people were here, and they were approached by the devil, and whereby he offered them riches and sweet things. Okay, so what happened was that this person was really drawn to what he had to offer, and apparently eventually they accepted his offer. And because they accepted his offer, they are in a situation where, for instance, for her, she really regrets. Now what happened with him is that they accepted riches, and they accepted sweet ice cream, and also in doing so, he also had to transform himself into a female witch. Okay, so once again, this is storytelling, so yeah. Okay, so he had to transform himself into a female witch in order to get these riches. Now the thing is, these are their cats here. Their cats are kind of like telling them, hey, don't accept, don't accept. But I suppose they didn't listen to their conscience, and eventually they accepted it, and now she is really regretting, and he feels very angry. He's saying, why are you doing this to us? So she has kind of like infiltrated their camp in that sense. She in order to get these swords, she had to act like she was one of them in order to have access to the underground. Okay, and the other thing about the underground is that if you go underground, then what happened is that you see all these magic spells and all this magic. So all these swords, it represents the magic spells that that these people are using. Okay, now these magic spells, I will come back to it in a while. So what she is able to do is she is able to collect all these magic spells, and she was able to inactivate them. The moment the magic spells are inactivated, their power is lost. Okay, so this is back when they were innocent, and then after that they accepted his riches. So because of that, then everything was downhill from there. Okay, well anyway, what they don't realize is that the riches, the bag of money, and the ice cream is very temporary. They don't realize that whatever he is offering is only a small bag of riches, and the ice cream, it will eventually melt. That means these riches are not permanent. So if they run out, they would need to come to him again. The other thing is there is this volcano in the background. So to me, he is coming from this area of volcano, and to me, area of volcano signifies that there is some kind of underground base, which goes back to this one. Okay, so where he is from, he is in from some kind of underground base. So she has been able to infiltrate it and collect all these magic tools, and then she is able to inactivate. She has inactivated them. Okay, so then the next question is, why would they want to do this, or what would they get out of it? Well, the thing is, the moment they accept his bribe, then what happened is you have the Eight of Swords. So the Eight of Swords here, it shows that they are tied, they are blindfolded, they are tied, and they are trapped in the swords. Okay, so, and the fact is that they have given up their freedom. Okay, so before that, they had the broomstick and the hat, but they have given up their freedom. Okay, so because they have accepted his offer, then they have kind of like enslaved themselves to him. So whatever he wants to do, they have to follow. Okay, the other thing is here, if you look at it, they can unfold them, take away their blindfold. They can untie themselves. Okay, as you can see here, their cat is touching the sword, and he is noticing that if they want to, they can remove themselves from this situation, but apparently they don't. Okay, so which is why they are at this situation now. Okay, so why is it that they are willing to subject themselves to such enslavement? Is because they are having these thoughts that, okay, by working together with him, what they will achieve is nobility. Okay, they will achieve nobility. So here she is, this is the Queen of Swords. So she have in her left hand a quill pen and as well as a sword. So what she's signifying to the people is that she has all the knowledge. Okay, she is queen. And the other thing is, this quill pen signifies that she will write the history of the events, or the story of the events based on her perspective. Now at the palace here, next to the window, there is a broomstick. So this broomstick here is, she has given it up. She has effectively given up her freedom to kind of like achieve this perception that she is a noble person. Okay, the other thing is, this is her. She's at the beach and she is meditating. So she's feeling very satisfied, and she has built a castle here, a sand castle. But what she doesn't realize is that the sand castle, it can be washed away at any time. In other words, it is very temporary, but she doesn't realize that. Okay, and the other thing is, here you have the crab. So the crab, it can get to her, and then it can pinch her, and it can harm her. So now the only thing that's keeping the crab away from her is her pet cat. Okay, so the moment the pet cat is not there, then the crab can come and pinch her, which eventually it does happen, because you have this situation, the Five of Swords. This is a situation where the crab kind of like pinched them, and they are pinched into their reality. However, some of them, they still don't accept the reality. They are still kind of like they're kind of like avoiding the truth. Okay, that they deserve this. Okay, they still can't believe that they deserve this. Okay, so yeah, so right now they are at this stage. So it shows that they are very delusional. They are very delusional. They don't realize that this success that they have built, it is based it's very shaky foundation. It can be washed away. Okay, so once again, it is based on what he has given them. So eventually the money and the success will run out and the ice cream will melt. So they will need to go back to him again. And the moment they go back to him, then they will have to do his bidding, and so on and so on. And the other thing is, what have they done to the public? So they are in a situation here where they are tied, even though here they can, if they choose to, they can take away the blindfold and untie their hands and walk away from the swords, but they choose not to. So they are enslaved to him, and whatever he asks them to do, they will do it. They don't realize that there is this bird here. So the bird is watching their every movement. So to me, the bird, it represents Twitter, and Twitter is a form where you pass around information. So they don't realize that whatever that they are doing, their dirty deeds, doing for him, they are being exposed. Okay, and the other thing is they are enslaved. So what they also want to do as part of their dirty deeds is that they also want to enslave humanity. So the enslavement that they are receiving, they want humanity to also suffer from enslavement. Okay, so once again, we go back to this situation here. So we are in an energy where these people are being found out, and they are going to have to accept the consequence. Okay, and okay, so this is the next card here. So this is the card where this is the next phase here. So the next phase here, you see this, this is the Six of Pentacles. So you see this lady, she is obviously very rich, and she is giving out some of her riches to him, and as well as to her, to the old, and as well as to the young. So the thing is this, these people, they are not used to this kind of thing. To them, this is their mind is blown. They're not used to this. And I will tell you why in a moment. Okay, so here you have, so basically, who is she, and where does she get all this in order to give to these people? So basically, she also works together with her. So she has come from a place where she has collected all these swords, and after collecting all these swords, now she's working in darkness, in other words, in secrecy. Okay, in secrecy, just like she is also working in secrecy in order to infiltrate their underground. Okay, so she is also working in secrecy, and whereby she is gathering all this swords. So the moment that she has gathered enough, and once the timing is correct, then she will then distribute it to the people. But as you can see, she is only distributing it for a little while. Okay, sorry, she is only distributing a little bit. Okay, distributing based on how much they can handle. Now here, then I asked for clarification card. So this is the Two of Cups. So basically, by the time that we reach to this stage, she and whoever that she is partnering with is able to celebrate. And this partner here, to me, it represents another race. It could be an alien race or extraterrestrial race, non-humanity race, space brothers, sisters, whatever. They have worked together with her, and to me it shows in this card that they have achieved the goal. So what is the goal? So the goal here is, if you see at the background, there is a sun coming up. The sun is coming up. And then whereas here, this is kind of like a space of darkness. Okay, so here, this is where the sun is coming up. Now, the other clarification card that came out is the Temperance card. So basically, what happened is that they want to give us the riches, but they have to do it at the right time. And here, what they are celebrating is that they are celebrating. Now, remember, humanity was enslaved. So what this card is showing is that humanity has come out of the enslavement. Okay, humanity is coming out of some kind of a hiding, and so to me, this hiding is the lockdown. So basically, the lockdown is no longer there. So at this time when the lockdown is no longer there, people are free to come back up to the surface, or free to, there's no more lockdowns. This is when she will then start distributing the riches. Okay, so this is an indication of their success. They have achieved this goal, and this goal was to free humanity from this enslavement. And one of the indication that this is happening is lockdowns. No more lockdowns. Okay, so now the thing is, they need to be very careful, which is why the Temperance card came out. Okay, so the Temperance card here is that this is how much we can handle. Okay, so we are not used to this kind of riches being given to us, because these people, we have been enslaved for so long that we are not used to it. We are enslaved. We are, conditioned to think that we are poor and that we are tied to our jobs and so on. No freedom. Okay, enslavement. So that is why when they gave out the riches, they have to start giving it out bit by bit first, until we get used to the idea that we are worth more than whatever concept that they have been putting into our mind, poisoning our mind that we are worthless beings and so on. So yes, so that is why the Temperance card came out. So the Temperance card here is that whatever, these are the things that they want to give us. So luxuries, technology, knowledge, and health. Okay, health. They want to give us all of this, but they are on a balancing act, in the sense that they want to give this to us, but they cannot give it all at one go, or the timing must be correct, because right now we're under such a situation and they are freeing us. So the thing is, these people are not, very humanity loving, so they need to be careful, because the thing is, they want to free us, and at the same time to reduce the number of casualties as much as possible. So that is why they need to be careful. It's a balancing act for them. But whatever it is, one of the indications that the enslavement system is breaking down is the lockdown is no more. Okay, so now the next stage is this Ace of Pentacles. So this is I suppose this is the last stage here, the Ace of Pentacles, where we are given an opportunity to experience life in the way it should be. And here we are having our broomstick. That means we have complete freedom, and the sun is really up. So this is complete freedom. So now, in order for this to happen, there had to be an overhaul of the justice system. So the way the justice system is, it will be where they balance the natural law, which is represented by the white cat, and as well as the black laws or man-made laws, which is represented by the black cat. Okay, so what happened is, in the past, there was no white cat here. It was just all black cat. Okay, and so now they are balancing, they're putting in the white cat, which is the natural law. So they are going to use the current justice system framework, but they are going to incorporate the natural laws as well. And also, if you look at her, she is no longer blindfolded in both eyes. One eye is can see, the other one is blindfolded. So what does this mean is that they want to meet up. They want to have a justice system where it is transparent, therefore the eye which is not blindfolded, and at the same time where it is impartial. That means not prejudiced or not biased. Okay, so that would be the justice system. Okay, so in order for us to start our new way of life. And also the other thing is, once again, you have this, which is where he's from here, I believe is the same race, where they are going to offer this love, this energy force, which is called love. Okay, so yeah, so then we would be at this stage. So once again, this is basically the advice card for us, and that is to have patience, because they are doing all that they can to break down this enslavement system to give us our freedom. So yeah, so right now we're so conditioned to, being enslaved that when the lockdowns are lifted and we get all these riches, we're just not used to it. So we have to kind of like open up our minds. So yeah, so right now the energy right now is where you have all these black hats people, and they are going to meet their consequences. Okay, that's it. Thank you.